We're about 5 seconds away from first serve. Tension's high, nerves are high. It'll be exciting to see how this goes. It appears that ACERS are successful with today's toss, and they will be serving first today. Both teams currently have 2 international setters, number 6 being ACERS international setter, and ProVolley number 18, their captain and president of the club, being their international setter. It'll be really interesting to see the different types of game styles that they bring from their clubs internationally. And that's a super spike from number 18, Jackson Cousins. Number 17, my apologies. Great way to start off the game.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how these two teams start. For those who tuned in last week to the ProVolley semi-finals, you'll know that they had a slow start, but once they got off the ground, they really took control of the match. Let's see if they can do that from the get-go.
And we see ACERS converting that free ball to the point, matching up at 1-all. ACERS captain back to serve.
Bit of an overpass from ProVolley, and ACERS convert that. It's very unfortunate so early on in the game, making some silly, simple errors like that. Let's hope Hashmat has the next pass. Takes a little bit more control of it. And that's a great pass from the outside Samuel Garvin. And we watch Michelle swing down the line, unloading onto the libero on the ACERS side. Such a great swing, and it going into the audience.
And the reach called on our middle.
We have number 6, Bashar Burke, back to serve. He just did a great topspin serve. Let's see if he can follow it up with another. Another great serve into 1. There seems to be a little bit of disagreement on the call between 2 teams. First ref, Justin Lee, calling it out. The outside on ACERS tooling the ProVolley block. We have number 4 from ACERS going to serve. Float serve into 6. Great pass by new libero Justin Dean. And a great swing from Samuel Garvin. The block almost going out, but it's landing slightly in.
We see Milana doing a good job here, giving a 1-on-1.
And that's a great run from ProVolley. Milana trying to go back to Garvin. Garvin hitting it just long. Dades is doing a great job at the service line for ACERS. This is his 3rd serve in a row. Nice float serve. ProVolley running the middle. Unsuccessful, getting a block, going outside. And a sharp cross from number 4 starter. ACERS were just unable to get that up. Great swing. And we have Mikey coming in for the first time this game. Cousins back to serve. With a nice float serve into 1. Running the middle. Great recovery by ProVolley. And another middle run. We see a net touch from ACERS. ProVolley getting the point. It was very unfortunate. Both middles up at the net trying to contest for that.
ProVolley boys were looking a little scared at the start of this set, but they're looking a lot better now. Smiles on their faces. They're glad to have gotten some momentum here.
And that's a great block on the outside on the pin. Sada and Strebek closing that gap. It landing in on the Aces side. Cousins back to serve yet again on another service run. Cousins with a great serve, going deep. Honestly, I thought that was going out. Ace is just managing to keep it in play, going outside to Sada. Just touching the antenna. If you're unfamiliar with the game, if the ball touches the antenna, then it is out of bounds, and the other team will get the point. Now we have number 18 on Aces back to serve. A great serve. ProVolley out of system, Garvin setting it.
Again, hitting that antenna with that outside ball. Point to Aces.
Stanikov back to serve yet again. Bit of an overpass. Ace is making the most of it. Stanikov back to serve.
Just landing out. Point to ProVolley.
That was a great lead by Jaden Dean. Honestly, if I was on the court, I probably would have thought it was going in. What about you?
Yeah, I will have you.
We have Garvin back to serve for ProVolley. A top spin serve. Going into 6, great up by Aces, going behind. Stanikov winning the point. He's been playing really well in the beginning of this first set. Let's see how it goes throughout the game. Aces leading 9-7. Liamu back to serve. ProVolley running the middle, out of system, overpass. ProVolley somehow getting that point on that very messy play. I think both teams really need to settle down to continue the game. We have number 4, Hashmat Sada, back to serve. That's a great float serve, going just long. Masato back to serve. Another deep serve. Sadar taking on his fingers, going outside. Vic on the outside, doing a great swing.
They're too hot to handle. The Aces defenders sending it to the scoreboard.
We see Strebek going back to serve. Cousins back in the game.
I'm glad we're getting a close-up of these boys, because let me tell you, they look good. Attractive men. I'm glad we get to see their faces, see them do what they do best. Take a look at this serve. Oh yeah, handled nicely. Ooh, battle at the net, and ProVolley win it. Nicely handled.
A little bit of confusion on court. Aces libero thinking they won the point. Strebek back to serve. And that's a very deep and high float serve. Aces using the most of it and sending it outside. Strebek in the right place but unable to get that ball up. It was a great cross-court swing from Aces. Now we have the setter from Aces back to the service line. Great serve, sending it outside. Maladen winning that.
You see it coming off the block from Ace's side. Hashmat leaving it to the sidelines and the ball just dropping out.
A little bit of an unconventional joust at the net just then. We have Stankovic at the service line doing a nice float serve. Aces at send. Monster block! Forget what I was saying. Great block from our pro volley men. Stankovic back to the service line yet again. Great serve. Aces at sending it behind, swinging it just out. It's a great swing though from Aces. You can hear the support for Aces in the stands. And that's timeout from Aces. The score is currently 13-11, Pro Volley in the lead. Ed, how are we feeling about this game, other than the men?
Well, I don't know if I've said this, but they look good. Okay, no, Pro Volley, they're getting a lot of utility out of this service run. Momentum's in their favor. This timeout is going to feel great for them. Ace is going to try and recoup some of that momentum, see if they can side out here. Will they do it? I don't know. You know, I couldn't tell you. A couple of unforced errors, but let's see if they can bring it back.
Jenny Yang, how are you feeling?
I think Pro Volley is doing a great job at making the pass in system so that Maladen can use that set to get their hitters on a one-on-one block, which is scoring a lot currently for Pro Volley.
It is. Great serve from Stankovic. Ace is attempting to run the middle, setting a deep tip. Pro Volley going behind. Garvin unable to get that over. Nice strong block from Aces in his way. Aces sending that ball into orbit. I'm not too sure where he was expecting that ball to land. Sending it high and out of bounds. We have Vic back at the service line, ready to serve. He was one of the many players last week that was just really keeping the game together. He was very reliable and scoring a lot of the points for the Pro Volley side. It's great to see him back on court again today. Serve, a jump topspin serve. Apologies, everyone. Pro Volley out of system. Garvin tipping it just over the block. Oh, and that's a double call. Great call by the ref. Vicker back at the service line yet again to do another topspin serve. Great serve, but great pass from the Aces libero, running the middle and winning that. Dave's at the net. Following up that hit, we have Dades back at the service line. Nice jump float, going straight to the libero. Pro Volley sending it to the outside. Sadar going cross court. Dade's unable to get that ball up, sending it over the net but out. A little bit unfortunate. I think it was only just out. Pro Volley to serve. We have Jackson Cousins back at the service line.
Just coming off the block there, landing on Pro Volley side in no man's land.
A Lots of service pressure from ProVolley today, but Aces have really been able to find these points anyway. See what they can do from the service line. Number 18, Sanikov. Nice floater. Bit of a battle at the net, but ProVolley take that one. Nice and cleanly.
Now we have number 11, Garvin, back to the service line. Great serve. I thought they caught a touch on that. Apparently not. Great lead from the Aces side. Now we have number 19, Liama, back to serve. But we have a substitution. T-Sang off and Datwin on. Great serve. ProVolley running the middle off of that pass. Martin not even looking at Strubber. Running a great quick through the middle. Honestly, it's very impressive how he does that.
Yep.
Sadar back to serve. Topspin serve. Ace is sending it outside. Stankovic with the block. Ace is running it on the outside again. Stankovic unable to get the block this time. Masato back to serve. Deep serve, Sadar. Great tip from Stankovic. No one moved on the Aces side. He disguised that really, really well. Stankovic is actually famous for his tips. A lot of teams attempt to read it, but they always fail.
Now we have a substitution come in for ProVolley.
Number 16, Jimmy Lee on, and Mikey Strebeck, number 1, off. Last week, Lee actually made quite a difference with his serves, coming in and getting multiple aces in a row. Let's see if this week he does it the same. That was a great deep serve. Aces running the middle. ProVolley unable to get that ball up. Unfortunately, Lee's service streak cut really short today.
We see a lot of balls just dropping short on the ProVolley side with their blocks.
Great ball to the outside from Stankovic. Going across and winning the point. I've also noticed that with the ProVolley side. Other times off the block, the defense and backcourt are struggling to pick it up. Stankovic back to serve. A great serve. And a combination from Aces. That was a great run. Now we see Datwin back to serve. Once again, sending it too far out. I feel for in future in the game, he should just really try and bring it back. Maybe aim to get it in the court.
Yeah, that's great advice. Getting the serve in is important, I've found. Let's see if ProVolley can do just that.
We have Bick back to serve. And he was able to get it in. Ace is running behind, going through the block. Saniko has been having a really good game today. He's been making a lot of points, and he just looks like a positive vibe out there on the court. Back-to-back service errors from Aces. If you were the Aces coach, what would you be thinking right now?
Well, I'd be a little upset. You know, Aces are getting a lot of points off
Sorry about that. There was a substitution there. We have Raymond Gao in and Jackson Cousins off. Sorry to cut you off, Ed. What were you saying if you were the Aces coach?
I was saying Aces are making a lot of points off some quite good passing, but their service game has been less than satisfactory.
And a double touch called on the ProVolley side.
Sanikov looking good at the net the whole game. Let's see what he can do with the serve.
Aces out of system, sending it over. ProVolley running the middle. Strebek sending it over. Great up from Libero. Aces side. ProVolley able to get that point.
And we see a timeout coming in from Aces. ProVolley leading 23-20.
I've been really impressed by the Aces Libero today. Peter Vithalka, apologies if I've mispronounced that, has been having an amazing game. His covering has been great. He's been there. His passing has also been really good in serve reception.
Definitely agreed. The Aces passes have done a lot for them. They've really been able to get a lot of beautiful attacks going. It's kept the game close, but ProVolley is still looking really good, poised to take the set here.
Once again, if you're looking for anything volleyball related, knee pads, arm sleeves, training tops, and don't forget to shop online with ProSporter for all your essentials.
It's really interesting to see Aces running some combinations to get their hitters with one or no blocks.
It is really interesting. It's very evident the different types of games that ProVolley and Aces are running. I feel like Paladin's prioritizing the more risky set, whereas Aces is trying to run the safest and easiest options, also with a few combinations. As we just saw, Aces coming around and tooling the middle, sending the ball just out, Paladin unable to get it in.
That's definitely not going to be the last time we're going to see a combination in this game.
Now we have number 19 from Aces going back to serve. Liama. Apologies if I'm butchering these names, by the way. ProVolley sending it outside. Sadar hitting it sharp cross. That was a great swing going just wide.
And ProVolley calling a timeout.
Back-to-back timeouts. If you were Aris Papadopoulos, what would you be thinking?
I would stop the momentum from Aces as they had 2 serving streaks and 2 points in a row, almost tying up at 23-22.
It's been a fairly close game this entire time. It's been really impressive to see. We now have Liama back to serve, a standing float into the middle of the court. Stankovic taking the most of this and running the middle. Strebek getting that point.
It's great thinking, just taking a bit of power out of that ball, landing it in the campfire where no Aces players could have reached.
It was great to see. Now we have Sadar back at the service line, doing a jump float. Great pass from the Aces libero. Aces sending it over. Very messy play right here, right now. A great block from ProVolley. Aces sending it over once again, running the middle again. Mikey breaking through that block and finishing up the set. ProVolley currently up 25-22, up 1 set. Going into the second set, if you were ProVolley, you'd be pretty hyped right now. You can hear the ProVolley supporters currently singing happy birthday to Mikey Strebek. It was his birthday on Thursday, August the 28th. He's currently 22 years old now.
We see ProVolley having a combination of very experienced players with very young players.
Really close set. ProVolley seems like they've been getting a lot of success through their serves, through the middle. But ACERS definitely keeping it close. 100% have the ability to take these next sets.
We're currently here with one of the ProVolley supporters. How are you feeling now after that first and promising set?
Well, that was a good first set. We got a good lead in the game, and yeah, we're back at it.
How are you feeling for the second set?
I feel like we're going to win it. Honestly, we are.
That's some confidence from one of the ProVolley supporters. Let's see if ProVolley are able to make that statement true.
Ed, if you were ACERS right now, what would you prioritize in fixing in your game in order to take the second set?
I'd be really looking at the serve. Their passing has been pretty good the whole set. They've gotten a lot of points off that. But the serve, if they could increase that service pressure, getting them in even, that would be big. Definitely enough to take a set or two.
Overall, watching this game, I feel like both sides aren't really doing many silly errors. It's been a great game to watch so far. Let's hope ProVolley can keep the heat up going into this second set. This set, ACERS will start receiving and ProVolley will be taking the serve. Number 18, Stankovic at the service line.
We see the ProVolley libero doing a really good job here, stepping into the position as a former outside.
It's been really impressive to see. It looks like the only change that ProVolley has done is that they've put on Jose Rondon on for Samuel Garvin. Great serve from Mladen Stankovic.
ProVolley reading that combination like a book, having the outside stepping in for that block.
Stankovic back at the service line, ready to serve. Another float serve. This time ACERS sending it backcourt. ProVolley hitting it over on two. Now ACERS sending it outside. Great up from Stankovic. Unfortunately, the ceiling is just too low. That was a great spot to be in for that defense. Now we have the ACERS setter at the service line. A nice serve from one into one. But ProVolley breaking through that block. Cousins being very impressive with his middle runs today. We have back to serve on the ProVolley side. We see him do a topspin serve. ACERS running the middle. ProVolley out of system, but sending a great ball outside. ACERS getting a free ball, trying to make the most, but denied by Jackson Cousins. Now running the middle. Sada able to get that back over, and ProVolley winning the point. ACERS seem to be contesting that call.
It's really important for ACERS to play to the whistle. The first referee will decide whether or not a play is a carry.
Exactly. Big back to serve. Great touch by the libero. ACERS putting it easy over. ProVolley running their backcourt. I believe that was out, but ACERS kept it in. ProVolley running it again. Mladen doing his best to really get under that ball to set it. ACERS hitting it into the antenna and getting pulled out of bounds.
The set from the libero just going a bit too further out, forcing that error into the antenna.
Vic back to serve. Another great serve. Great pass from ACERS going outside. And a great swing from number 18, Sanakov, going deep. Vic unable to get that back up. Datwin back to the service lines for ACERS. Great pass from Sadar. Stankovic sending it back, and Rondon sending it over. Great hustle work here from ACERS. We see Stankovic running his back on, and that is a great swing from Vic. Great work over there on the pro volley side, really working together as a team to get these points. We see a substitution called. T-Sang off and Datwin off. T-Sang on and Datwin off. My apologies. Cousins back to serve for pro volley. Great serve. Ace is running the middle. Pro volley unable to get that up, but it was really good seeing 3 players putting their body on the line for that ball. As a coach, it's nothing more I can ask for than that. Dades back to serve for ACERS. ProVolley sending it back. Rondon coming underneath the net. Very dangerous territory.
ACERS slowly but surely stopping ProVolley in their tracks. See if they can keep up with this momentum. Good defense, a good up, but they keep it in play. Oh, but an error means that it will be ProVolley serve. See what they can do here.
ProVolley currently up 6-4. And there is another substitution on the ACERS side. We see Sanakov getting taken off, and we see Romana coming on. This is the first time Romana's hit the court this game. Great serve from Rondon. ACERS sending it out, and there is a solid double block out there on the ProVolley side. Great block from Stankovic and Strebic. Rondon back to the service line. Great serve. ACERS running yet another combo. Like we said earlier, we'd be seeing a lot more of that. Here it is. Romana back to serve. Into the net. We were just talking about how ACERS really need to up it with their service errors. Apologies. ACERS really need to minimize the service errors. Great serve from Sadar. Great tip from number 1, Mikey Strebic. Getting so high they can tip it just over the block.
Yeah, ProVolley have been really good at putting away these in-system balls, as well as maintaining the service pressure, keeping ACERS out of system. See if they can change that. Well, that'll do it. A service error from ProVolley.
And we see a substitution coming in.
Number 8, Datwin on. Number 13, Sang off. Oh, another service error from ACERS, matching ProVolley. That's not what you want to see if you're an ACERS fan. Let's see what ProVolley can do with the serve here. A nice float, keeps it short. But ACERS run a beautiful in-system play to the outside and get that point.
And that's another service error this set. The boys really need to calm it down. Number 10 from ACERS, serving it. A little bit of a miscommunication on the ProVolley side between Bic and Sardar. Unsure of who's taking that ball, and Sardar only sticking one arm out.
Aces trailing in 1 point behind ProVolley.
And now they even the game with that monster block on the outside. ProVolley outside, Bic with nowhere to go and no one to recover that ball on the ProVolley side. We have number 10 from ACERS back at the service line yet again. Let's hope the ProVolley boys cut his service streak down short now. And they do, running the middle with Jackson Cousins. A great swing into short 6. ACERS unable to get that up. Now we see Stankovic back at the service line yet again. Let's see what he has to offer now. And that's a great serve going over. ACERS setter trying to tip, but ProVolley there and waiting, now sending a free ball over. ProVolley trying to make the most of this. And a miscommunication yet again. It's really disappointing seeing on the ProVolley side. They started off really strong, looking like a very secure team, and now they are crumbling a little bit. There's a substitution called. We have Sanikov back on the court and Romana off the court. ACERS serving it over. And we have a reach called on ProVolley. ProVolley captain not too happy with that call. ACERS setter back at the service line. Let's see if ProVolley can come back from that. Overpass from Jaden Dean. And ACERS have a very strong answer for that. We see a timeout getting called by Aris Papadopoulos. Score is ProVolley 11, ACERS 13, ACERS leading.
A lot of unforced errors from ProVolley's side have led to ACERS taking the lead swiftly. And that timeout was called. I don't know what was said there, but let's see if they can try and get a handle back on this game, you know.
ACERS setter back at the service line. Sending it into one. ProVolley setting behind. Great up from ACERS. ACERS libero unable to get control of that ball. Losing sight of it when it was up in the air. Point to ProVolley. If I was the coach, I'd be very happy with that. Coming out of a timeout and getting the point straight back. Big back to serve for ProVolley. Great serve. ACERS and system running a combination. Mladen off the platform, setting it behind, tipping it over. ACERS currently out of system, sending another free ball over. Middle, swing into 5. Stankovic setting a high ball to the outside. Sardar hitting it through the block. A great way to end that rally. Really showing that they really do have the strength in the team. Big back to the service line, ready to serve. ACERS only just managing to get it over the net. Set up with a tip over, but the ACERS setter was there waiting. Very messy scramble play right now. Sardar getting a swing on that, but nobody in deep 6 to cover. We see Tatwin at the service line for ACERS. Hopefully he'll get it in this time. He's resorted back to a jump flow, and that was a great serve over. A lot of scramble play here. Rondon jumping up just too early and missing that ball. Very unfortunate for the ProVolley side. You can see the frustration on their faces right now. And we see a substitution called. Garvin on and Rondon off.
We see ACERS doing a really good job just picking up the balls from ProVolley and then sending it over, waiting for ProVolley to make mistakes.
I see the ACERS players flying all over the place. It's very impressive. Stankovic sending it outside. Sardar getting a recycle. Getting it again. And this time ACERS shutting it down. There was no cover there on the block. We see Datwin back at the service line, this time sending it into the net. That's okay. Now we see a substitution called. T-Sang in, Datwin out. Cousins back at the service line for ProVolley. Also sending it into the net. It's really unfortunate to see both teams back-to-back service errors. We have Dades at the service line now for ACERS. Let's hope he breaks his streak. That's a great up and a great swing from Strebeck. Going sharp cross in between 5 and 4. Now we have Garvin, who's just hit the court again, back at the service line. This time around, he's playing opposite. And again, into the net. In the past 4 points, we've seen 3 serves go into the net. Very frustrating for both teams.
We see ACERS slowly chipping away with this set.
And that was a great serve from Sannikov, putting it over. But ProVolley have a response for that. Great swing. Sardar back at the service line. Great serve into 1. ACERS running their backcourt. And getting the point, hitting just the top of the block. And sending it out. Sardar unable to recover it from back. And now we see T-Sang off and Datwin back on. Number 19 from ACERS, back at the service line. That's a great up. And a tip from Mladen, but ACERS were there ready and waiting. ACERS out of system. And that's a great swing cross. Garvin unable to get it up. ACERS currently leading 20, ProVolley 16. Timeout for ProVolley.
Yeah, ACERS have been looking really good this set. They took the momentum and they just kind of ran with it. ProVolley have been a bit shaky and struggled to really gain that back in a meaningful way.
It looks like after the first few points where they were struggling, they have just kind of crumbled. If you're looking for a club to play at, a club to learn how to play volleyball, or just have some fun, feel free to come and join our club, ProVolley Academy. We're based all over the Northern Sydney play. back on and not making a difference. Stankovic sending that ball outside. ACERS, number 19, back at the service line. And we see a shank from number 4, Sada.
A 6-point lead this late in the set. It's got to feel good to be an ACERS fan. ProVolley, you know, you'd imagine they're looking towards the next set at this point. It is going to be rough to try and bring this one back. That being said, they will try.
And try they will. That was a great swing from Bick. However, going just too long. ProVolley making a lot of good errors here. They're going for very good balls and very good spots. Number 19 from ACERS going on a bit of a service streak. ProVolley sending it back out to Bick. This time hitting it in deep line. Now we see Jimmy Lee on and Mikey Strebeck off. Let's hope this set Jimmy makes more of a difference.
Yeah, Jimmy coming in to serve here. He was really useful in the last game. Made a big difference. Can he do it again? It's a hard job, this one, when you're 6 points down.
It appears that ProVolley attempted to do an illegal sub, subbing on a player who was already on the court with someone else. First ref Lee calling Stankovic over. ProVolley getting a yellow card here. Lee back at the service line. Let's hope he's locked in here.
He looks locked in. He looks focused. I'm looking at him.
It's his time to shine.
That's a man with one thing in his mind.
And what is
and
that
it's an
thing?
ace. That's all he can focus on. You can tell.
Well, no pressure now.
Lots of pressure now, let me tell you. 6 points down. There he is.
If he misses his serve, then ACERS are on set point. And that was a great serve and a great up from ACERS.
Handled well by ACERS.
ProVolley out of system, sending it back over. ACERS going outside. And Datwin sending it just long.
An unforced error by ACERS, but they're not feeling too bad. I imagine a 5-point lead is comfortable, to say the least.
We have Lee back at the service line for ProVolley. And that is a great serve. ACERS running a combo. ProVolley out of system, trying to keep it back in system. ACERS running the middle. And a great shutdown from Cousins, who was there waiting for the tip. Going straight down on the ACERS side. Now we see ACERS calling a timeout. Still in the lead. Currently 23-19 to ProVolley.
Really important for ProVolley to keep this serving streak going, as if they lose one more point, it will be set point for ACERS.
It has to be a lot of pressure being a service sub in this game, coming in at this very, very important moment and having to make a difference. Let's see if Lee can do it again. Back at the service line. Great serve and a great run from ACERS. Garvin unable to get that up. ACERS are now on set point, currently 24-19. We see number 10 back at the service line. He went on a bit of a service streak earlier in the game. And that's a great middle run from ProVolley. ACERS scrambling for the play. Sending it just out. we see Captain Stankovic at the service line, ready to make his difference in the game. It's a great serve, a great middle run. ProVolley sending it deep onto the Aces side. Aces in system. ProVolley shutting it down with a double block on the outside.
Another timeout called by Aces, trying to stop ProVolley's momentum.
So, Jenny Yang, I hear you play for ProVolley.
Yes, I do indeed pray for the ProVolley women's Prems team as we finished with a gold medal undefeated this season.
What did you think about the club? How is it? How's the environment like?
I think the environment is very professional. I don't think any club in Sydney offers this kind of training, a professional environment. It's almost like playing in Europe or overseas.
From your experience, if you were in that timeout just then, what do you think would be said to the team?
I would think for ProVolley, just focus on keeping the serve in, focus on the momentum, and try not to make a mistake.
And clearly that worked, as we see ProVolley putting up a massive block on Aces. The score is currently 22-24. Seeing a little bit of a, I don't know what you'd call that. Stankovic to serve yet again. Running the middle, shutting it down. Aces playing it safe, rolling it over. Stankovic sending it outside yet again. And this time, Vic making a difference. Great swing. The score is now 24 to Aces and 23 to ProVolley.
Aces hitters having nowhere to go with a huge block in front of them every single time.
Stankovic serving yet again. Aces sending the middle. Cousins unable to push over completely for that block. It was in the right place, but sadly was unable to shut it down. Aces winning that set 25-23.
It is a great comeback by ProVolley, just chipping away point by point, even though Aces was on set point.
It was a very impressive comeback considering they were down by 6 points earlier in the set, and then they managed to finish that set losing only by 2 points. So Ed, I hear you play for another club.
I do. I play for Sydney United Volleyball. That being said, I'm still ProVolley #1 super fan. Great club, great people. I'll always love them, even if I do play for another club.
What do you think one of the major differences are between Sydney United and ProVolley?
Well, Sydney United has me, so that's a big benefit.
ProVolley has me, so that's another great benefit.
Okay, no, it's a fair point. It's a fair point. We'll call it even, I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, you couldn't see that, but we just shook on that. ProVolley also has Jenny Yang, so I think ProVolley might be one-upping you guys there.
Maybe. You know, let's not jump to conclusions. I wouldn't want to say anything definite, but
Shout out to the girls. I also wanted to give a massive shout out to my best friend, my lover, the person who makes me wake up every day in the morning, Sylvia Musil. She is starting her professional contract. Training, I believe, is starting tomorrow. She is currently in Azerbaijan. This will be her debut in the professional scene. We are very excited and very proud for her.
Sylvie also being one of our teammates from the ProVolley Women's Prems team, finishing the season undefeated and
In my heart, MVP.
off to a start to what could be a great career.
We see ACERS here serving for the start of the match. Serving at the start of the match. Apologies.
Although ProVolley did lose that last set, there was a lot of hope in those last couple points. They really had the momentum. They can't be feeling too bad going into this third set. Let's see what they can do here. Beautiful, beautiful, stunning. I mean, that's what you want to see. In system, straight through the middle. They've had a lot of success through the middle, and it looked like in that second set, ACERS started to get a handle on that, but clearly not. Clearly, they are still winning them points. That being said, that will lose you a point, serving into the net. Number 8, Datween to serve for ACERS. And then ProVolley back with the serve. See if they can really apply some pressure here. A nice pass, handled well by ACERS, and put away right through the middle. Mirroring what we saw from ProVolley just 2 points ago.
Will be really important for the team to secure this set in order to be able to take the momentum into the fourth. An unforced error from the ProVolley side, giving ACERS the lead. And we see out of system set, blocked by ACERS. Forcing a free ball. Let's see if ACERS can convert this into the point.
A nice swing high off the hands. Keeps it in system. Barely over the net there.
And the ProVolley middle back at it again. Tying it up at 3-all.
The middle has done a lot of work for ProVolley and continues to do so. That being said, so has the serve. Standing float deep in the court, but ACERS handles it nicely. Offhand still in play. What can ProVolley do here? Ooh. Just out. A nice deep swing. Very tight game here coming into the third set. Both teams clearly feeling the pressure, but playing very well. Sanikov 18 to serve. But oh my god, ProVolley straight through the middle. It won't stop him.
A beautiful one-hand set by our captain, Maladin.
It's been back and forth this whole set, and you can really tell how evenly matched these two teams are. And a back row attack from number 18, Sanikov, off the block, will do it. And we're back with the ACERS serve. Number 19, Lumia, puts it right in the middle of the court. ProVolley does not put it away. ACERS, what can they do with it? Ooh. It's not a good point to lose. ProVolley with the service. An even game. Can they come ahead here? Oh, that'll do it. The service ace is exactly what they need right now. Bit of an overpass from ProVolley, but put away nicely by the setter. Still in play. Ace is going for a very sharp cut shot, number 8, but just rides the net out of the court.
Ace is getting the ref involved in the play there, hitting it all the way up to the first ref stand.
Float serve handled well by Aces. And put away through the middle. Neither team has been able to maintain a lead more than 1 point this entire set. Absolutely no chance for either side to catch their breath. Rough pass on the net, and ProVolley do not do anything with it. That's a shame. Let's see if Aces can take this lead and do something with it. Nicely handled. And the outside does not put it away, it goes long. There it is. First 2-point lead of the set. Let's see if ProVolley can side out here and even this out.
Our captain not convinced that the ball went out. Unfortunately, we do not have a challenge system here in the league. So
completely the first ref's discretion here, and it will be Ace's point.
There's a common saying, ball don't lie. So maybe that ball did indeed land in for the ProVolley side.
The ball don't lie, they do say that. A nice serve, not handled well by Aces. It's just a free ball here for ProVolley. What can they do with it? Oh, right down the middle. Who's surprised? Very nicely done by ProVolley. I take it back. I'm sorry that went out. My apologies. Not well handled at all. What can Aces do here with the serve? Quite a lot. Out of system. And there it is. Aces taking this lead and running with it. ProVolley has not been able to find their way around this ball. That being said, that's a good pass. Ooh. Yeah. Bit overzealous from Aces there. And that will give ProVolley the point, the serve, and the chance to mount a comeback.
Ace is still leading by 2 points. ProVolley back to serve. That's definitely not what you want to see here as a ProVolley fan.
It's really not. They were really looking for a nice service run there, and they didn't find it. Handled nicely on the pass. Ooh. Bit of a power tip on ProVolley. Free ball over.
We see the middle getting a good job getting the ball up.
Back to the oppo and put away.
No block on the opposite side. Now we have ProVolley middle back to serve.
Tried and true combo from ACERS that has been netting them a lot of points in this match. And it looks like it'll continue to. Number 18, Sanikov with the serve, puts it deep, but handled well by ProVolley. Oh, that's an incredible hit from the opposite. Nice cut shot. Short and inside.
We see ProVolley slowly coming back with just 2 points between the two teams.
That's right, let's see if we can do anything with this serve. Oh, they'll do that. ProVolley very excited. Might be able to tell by the loud drums.
And the veins popping from Stankovic's neck.
Clearly excited, locked in. And an overpass. ProVolley insists on what are they gonna do? They're gonna put it in the middle.
It's great to see ProVolley utilizing the middles in this set, especially with them scoring a lot of in-system points.
It definitely is. They were struggling to get the ball in system for a while there. Oh, scrappy play. And that will be a point by ACERS. Possibly a bit of luck there, but you wouldn't be complaining.
If you're a ProVolley fan, that's definitely not what you would like to see, especially with a free ball.
Number 19, Luma serves it. ProVolley. Oh, overpass by ACERS. Can they keep it in? Ooh. The ball is still in play. Bit scrappy, but they keep it up. And ProVolley find another point through the middle. And just like that, they've evened it up. ProVolley to serve here. Looking to take this momentum and make a lead out of it. Oh. Bit of an iffy pass by ACERS. And a free ball. Poor cover by ProVolley.
It's definitely not what you want to see, especially off a free ball. We really do want to be converting free balls into points on the ProVolley side, but right now struggling to do so.
You're exactly right. They have not been able to. And they won't convert that either. (14 to serve from ACERS. High ball to the outside. And it's blocked nicely by ACERS.
Probably really struggling to find the ACERS side of the court. Hitting just long or into the block. We can hear the ACERS supporters really getting hyped up now, watching the boys take a bit more of a promising lead in this set. We watch ProVolley run the... And Strebek is here to end the questions.
ProVolley have not been able to find a long service run throughout the set. And as a result, they're trailing behind. Can they make it happen? Oh, they can. Right on the line. ProVolley puts it short. And ACERS with that ball don't manage to find the point. And just like that, they're even. ProVolley has not been able to take this momentum and get themselves a lead before, and they make it happen now. Handled well by the ACERS lib. And a bit of a waterfall ball there. ACERS will take that any day of the week. Number 6, the setter on the ACERS side. The serve here, it's a nice one, but it's handled well. ProVolley taking a page out of ACERS' book. And getting a point with that combo there. It's a nice serve, but handled well from ACERS. Block out. We've seen a lot of those from number 18. Let's see if he can continue to do that. Number 8 to serve, going for a top spin. Take something off it. High to the oppo. But a monster block from ACERS. You've got to feel good about that. That is a timeout on the side of ProVolley. Clearly do not want to get this lead taken away from them. Or rather extended, should I say, by ACERS. Let me pass the mic over to my fellow commentators. See if I can get their opinion on how this game's going.
I think it's very interesting. These are definitely two very even teams matched up against each other. We see a lot of ties in between the game. And now ACERS just leading by 2, slowly chipping away.
This looks like a completely different team than what we saw in that first set. ACERS have really come out of their shell and converting a lot more.
They definitely are. This has got to give them some confidence. That, however, will not. Neither team really been able to find an extensive lead like we saw in the first 2 sets. Substitution here. Number 8 on, number 11 off on the ProVolley side. A floater going deep, but ACERS handles it nicely. Oh, a bit of a free ball here. What can ProVolley do with it? They can kill the ball, that's what.
Running through the middle again.
Exactly right. They've got a lot of utility coming from that middle. ACERS puts it high, gives it to the oppo, and ProVolley cannot handle that. Number 10 to serve here for ACERS, looking to extend this lead. Right to the net, oh my god, ACERS picks it up, that's beautiful. Bit of free ball over. What can ProVolley do with it? Back to the middle again. But ACERS do let it drop.
Bit of a late call there by ref Justin Lee. The boys were looking to argue for that carry.
And we see a substitution coming in. Jimmy Lee coming back to serve.
Bit of an unconventional play there by Mikey Stromek, and unable to be effective right there at the net. ACERS making the most of it. ACERS has been in the lead for the majority of this third set. ProVolley really need to do something new if they're looking to complete this set on top. Great serve by ACERS. ProVolley running the middle yet again. ACERS getting a touch on that. Stankovic running backcourt. Another great up from ACERS and over on two. Great teamwork there by ACERS. ProVolley standing there unsure of what to do. ProVolley really struggling. And that leads them to another timeout call. ACERS in the lead, 23, ProVolley 21.
That hit from ACERS absolutely lighting the audience up. The noise in this venue is crazy right now.
It's pretty great to see both teams having a great amount of supporters. I'm sure you can hear this game from wherever you are in this venue.
What would you be focusing on if you are the ProVolley coach going back into the set?
Just breaking the serve. Not trying anything too special, just playing simple, class volleyball. We see another substitution there. Garvin back in. Let's hope that this is the change that they need for them to get back into that game. Sada keeping it just inside the court. Mikey tipping it over on two. Very surprising play. Garvin putting a very great serve over. Very unfortunate for the ProVolley side, getting a great touch on that. But once again, the ceilings are just far too low, meaning that that ball went out of bounds. ACERS point. ACERS are now on set point, 24-22. Let's see if ProVolley have an answer for that. Another tip from the middle. Very interesting calls on a lot of these blocks. Great scramble work from ProVolley. Going just over the net. ACERS currently out of system and tooling that block. ProVolley boys currently fighting the ref. They believe that it was 4 touches on an earlier point.
We see a lot of blocking errors coming in from the ProVolley side within the set.
It's very interesting considering they were a very strong blocking team all throughout the season and earlier on in this game. Do you think the pressure's getting to them?
Oh yeah, definitely. And just basic technique. We see a lot of balls just falling underneath the ProVolley side.
There also seems to be a bit of miscommunication in backcourt. A lot of the boys are either two people going for the same ball or letting the ball drop. It's very disappointing to see from this very promising team. I would expect a little bit more from the people who finished first on top of the ladder.
I wonder if that has anything to do with the new libero coming in.
Do you think he felt a little bit of pressure coming into this scene?
Yeah, definitely stepping into the libero role in the grand finals, having played outside the whole season. and getting used to that role of conducting the passing line in defense and serve receive.
It is a very hard role and very big shoes to fill. It's very unfortunate that the starting ProVolley libero had an incident earlier this week where he's going to need surgery on his pinky now. Very unfortunate.
Definitely not what you want to see for your grand finals.
We're now going to be heading into the fourth set. The ProVolley boys lining up on the side, ready to get this show on the road. I bet they're eager to come on and try their best to bring it back. Currently down 2-1 in the fourth set. Hopefully we're going to a 5-setter.
We see a change in position here, where we see Jackson Cousins coming on as the middle.
Jackson going back to where he started this match. Let's see if this change up in the lineup will really help the boys. We see number 4 Hashmat Sada starting on the bench for this set.
ACERS definitely going to the set with more momentum as they lead 2-1 in sets. One more set, and the gold medal will be ACERS.
Very impressive for ACERS, but as said earlier, they were one of the only teams that beat ProVolley in the round robin games. But that was without their starting setter, Mladen Stankovic, as he was overseas on a ProVolley camp in Italy. And here we see him start the match. ACERS with something to say in the first point. Hitting it just long. ProVolley very lucky there. Stankovic ready to serve yet again. Great swing from ProVolley. Jose going over the top of the ACERS block. Very impressive to see. ProVolley currently up 2-0. Stankovic going back to serve yet again. You've got to get a little bit of confidence starting off the set very strong like this. Hopefully they can maintain this and continue to get a bigger lead. And an ace from Stankovic. If you're an ACERS player right now, you wouldn't be very happy with that. It's very frustrating going into this new set after being on such a high from the previous.
Possibly a bit of pressure getting to ACERS. It's the first time they've had the set lead. That being said, they put that one away. ProVolley 2 points up. They want to stop the serve right here. ACERS are looking to even the score up. What can they do? Absolutely nothing. Ball hits the ground. No one wants to see that. Just a sad sight. Unless you're an ACERS fan. Oh, we'll be very happy if you're an ACERS fan.
ACERS coming in and evening the score, 3-all. Let's hope that ProVolley are able to change this up and take the momentum away from ACERS.
Handled nicely on the pass.
Great swing through the middle. And another overpass. And a tip. Very messy work there on the net. Both teams having a really strong net presence.
Strong net presence and a couple too many overpasses from both teams.
Backcourt really need to reel the passes back in so they can maintain it on their side. Great deep serve from Garvin. ACERS able to swing without a block there on the outside.
ProVolley may be thinking they didn't need a block there, that they could dig it. That was not the case.
We see a substitution on ACERS. You can feel the suspense coming in preparation for a T-Sang serve on the Aces side.
You definitely can. The crowd has gone quiet for the first time in the whole match, probably. Dare I say.
Dare you say. Some great work on the court. ProVolley unable to keep it in. A lot of those tips going just out for both teams.
ProVolley trying something sneaky. It didn't work.
It's been really impressive for both sides running the middle on three-point passes, and even when the pass has been taken off the net.
Yeah, it really says a lot about how high caliber these setters are. Oh.
That's really unfortunate for ProVolley, misreading that.
It is rough bit of defense, strong blocking from ACERS. Keeps them in the lead by 2 points, 6-4. Oh, a massive hit from ProVolley. They needed that. They could not let that lead get away from them.
Let's hope that they can keep the serve here. Cousins back to serve.
Been a lot of service pressure from ACERS this set and the last. Can ProVolley match them? It's a nice serve. Handled well, though, on the ACERS side.
Once again, ProVolley sending it out on the Aces side.
Scrappy defense, but not enough to keep them in that point.
The boys really need to pull it together if they expect to take this game into 5.
Definitely. They cannot be trailing like this the entire set. Very out of system ball.
Ace is struggling to pick that up. And now sending it long.
Making use of the fact that the libero was not on the court, maybe. Smart move from ProVolley. Although a beautiful bit of gymnastics, they do put that one out. Now ProVolley with the serve.
And that's another great middle run by ACERS. Dade's really making his presence known on the net. Strebeck unable to do anything there.
Really quality sets here. Even though these teams are sometimes putting the ball a couple meters off the net, these setters are finding their middle and they are making points out of it.
Great lead by ProVolley, letting that ball go just long, getting the point.
We've seen a big minimization of service errors here on both sides. Take something off it. ACERS handles it nicely.
Running a combo, but Strebeck is there waiting. Ready to block. That was a great shutdown through the middle.
ProVolley definitely making their blocking presence a factor in this game.
They're now
not letting ACERS get away with any more combos.
I think we spoke too soon.
Bit of a commentator's curse
And yet
at the service
another.
errors there. ACERS number 19 to serve. ProVolley handles it nicely. Oh, it's a nice tip. Scrappy defense from ACERS.
Personally, I would have called that a double on that third contact. However, luckily, unfortunately, the ball went out on the ProVolley side. Strebeck going back to serve. You've seen as the sets have progressed, he's really starting to come out and make a difference in that front court and that back court with his serving.
He is measuring the steps out. He's got this down to a science. Oh, no.
Once again, commentators curse. ProVolley unable to get that ball up after the first touch from the setter.
It's not a point you want to see let go.
Very disappointing. You can feel the frustration from the boys on court. Dade's ready to serve.
Handled nicely. Through the middle, and they put it away.
Great swing by Cousins. I guess he heard that wake-up call from last week and decided to run with it.
ProVolley has made this middle their bread and butter. when they get an in-system ball, they're able to do a lot with it. That being said, let's see what Aces can do in system. It's Doug by ProVolley, running the pipe attack.
And that ball hit the floor. Great backcourt attack.
Nice bit of variation in ProVolley's offense. And now they have the lead. Can they keep this service run going? Oh, beautiful serve. Barely handled by Aces.
Once again, another middle run. Great touch, great scramble play from ProVolley, managing to keep it in play. Aces making the most out of that. ProVolley unable to get it over in the end.
ProVolley getting a lot of touches, scrambling all over the court. But they cannot get that ball over. That's beautiful.
Garvin was able to not only get the ball over the net, but he managed to get a kill from it, make a point.
He definitely did. You love to see an in-system set to the upper.
ProVolley back in the lead, only by 1 point. And now it's even game. Garvin serving just wide on the Aces side.
Looking to put pressure on Aces with that serve. Went a little wide. Not what you want to see if you're a ProVolley fan. Number 13, Aces serving. Handled nicely by the ProVolley libero. High off hands. What can Aces do here?
Great recycle from Aces as they swing again. Somehow getting a touch. The ProVolley boys are arguing that.
The first ref has called the second ref over.
And the linesman.
Bit of a disputation here.
Let's see what they have to say about the point. And the call stays the same. The lines ref saw a touch on the ProVolley side before it hit ball out.
Aces with the lead. They're looking to widen the gap between them and ProVolley. ProVolley has something to say about it. But so does Aces.
ProVolley boys unable to close that block. Jackson Cousins jumping up with only one arm in the air.
Aces definitely coming into this set. A lot of resistance. They are not letting this ball drop.
Honestly, it looks like Aces are just a little bit more relaxed on court than ProVolley are right now.
They are.
And you can see it in the way that they pass, the way that they swing. ProVolley are trying to go for the smarter plays, the fancier plays, but instead they're just making too many errors.
Yeah, looking a little bit desperate in some of these points. Maybe this timeout can fix that, collect themselves maybe. Listen to what their coach has to say.
Hopefully it makes a difference. Aces are currently in the lead, 15-12. If you're looking to play some volleyball or have a little bit of fun, come and join us at ProVolley. We offer both competitive and social events.
For the Unisport match.
Just out of the timeout. Aces hit a serve again. What can they do with it? Quality serve and an overpass from ProVolley.
ProVolley's libero not being aware of what's going on the court. The ball falling just short of him. Coach Aris Papadopoulos not happy with that.
Looking animated on the sidelines here. Kim and the rest of his team do not want to see this lead slip away anymore. Slip away, widen, I should say. Oh, and they won't. They won't.
ProVolley have something to say about that. Jose showing his dominance on the net. We see Cousins going back to serve.
It's a big hit from ProVolley, but still worth only 1 point. I'm sure they're feeling good, but they really need to make up a couple of points here. Good. Oh, that's not what you want to see if you're a ProVolley fan. Oh no. A fatal error from ProVolley. And another timeout. That'll do it. 5 points down, 13-18. ACERS looking really good in this fourth set. ACERS, I don't know if you can see this, they are looking excited. They're looking happy on the sidelines. ProVolley, you couldn't say the same.
Coach Papadopoulos getting very animated in that team chat. The boys looking a little bit frustrated and a little bit upset at their performance currently. Let's hope that this little breather will give them the opportunity to come out and close that 5-point lead that ACERS have on them.
ACERS to serve here. ProVolley picks it up. High to the outside. But a good bit of defense from ACERS. Just pops it over there. Another great bit of defense. Good dig, but it's over. What can ProVolley do here? The outside finds that point.
That was a great sharp cross swing from the outside. ProVolley really trying to make a change here. Now we see Sada coming on. He was taken off at the beginning of this set. Let's hope that this refresher has given him what he needs to come and serve in for the rest of the set.
And that's handled well by ACERS, but the blocking presence of ProVolley. I was going to say make it hard to score a point, but clearly not. ACERS get that ball up again and they put it away. Still a 5-point lead for ACERS. I mean, no pressure on the serve. Puts it deep. Puts it high by ProVolley. I mean, that's decisive. ProVolley been winning points with their middle this entire game. The fact that it just got shut down like that cannot feel good.
The point gap widening by a lot. I spoke too soon. ProVolley currently up to 15, ACERS on 20. Still a 5-point lead that ACERS have on ProVolley.
Tried and true combo by ACERS.
ACERS have been running that combo while the set has been front court this whole match. You would expect that ProVolley would make a difference and have their outside come in to help out with it.
You make a good point there. There's a severe lack of adaptation in the game by ProVolley. And just one too many unforced errors, 22-15, a 7-point lead. I don't want to say unwinnable by ProVolley here, but it certainly will be hard. ACERS with a nice bit of defense. but so does ProVolley. Putting it high to their Oppo, who puts it away. Trickles over the net, and ACERS could not get that one up. What ProVolley really needs here is a service run. They've been unable to make that happen throughout the set. And as a result, they're 6 points down. Jimmy Lee substituting. He's been taken in for the serve. Hoping to make a difference here. What can he do? Oh, and he gets it up. He's not just a serving machine. He's got a bit of defense in him.
No, it's really impressive getting that touch. You can tell that he wasn't expecting it, but he still managed to get it underneath it. We now see a timeout called by ACERS. ProVolley shortening that gap that they had on them. Still a 5-point lead. ACERS up 22, ProVolley 17.
ACERS may be looking to cut off ProVolley's momentum here as they still retain a healthy lead.
Nothing healthy about it for the ProVolley supporters.
You make a great point. I'm sure the ProVolley supporters are not happy.
Let's see Jimmy Lee at the service line.
Oh.
Ace!
Oh, there's a reason he came in. It's for that.
That was amazing.
You can tell he's a man of focus with the serve like that.
He has one thing on his mind and one thing only. Get the ball over the net and in.
Bit scrappy by ProVolley.
Great set from Jackson Cousins, the middle. Garvin going sharp cross. Ace is getting a touch on that before it goes out.
Signs of life here by ProVolley. Maybe looking like they could bring this back. Credits have to go to Jimmy Lee here, at least partially. His serve's been doing work.
ProVolley putting up a strong block and getting the point. Ace is unable to recover from that.
What was a 7-point lead minutes ago has now shortened to only 2.
Aces have called yet another timeout.
Feeling possibly a little bit more panicked here than their last one.
They're still up 2-1. I feel like they have a little bit more room to be comfortable going into this possible 5th set.
They do, they definitely do, but you can tell, just looking at their faces, they want to get this over and done with. They want to make this decisive.
We see ProVolley taking the court with a little bit more enthusiasm this time coming around. I think I maybe caught a smile on one of the boys.
You make a great point. Possibly.
Possibly.
Possibly. Let's not call it too soon.
Okay.
These are serious, man.
Could have been a cough.
Could have been a cough. You never know. Maybe a muscle spasm.
Maybe. Jimmy Lee back at the service line.
No smiling going on from him.
No.
He is focused.
Do you think he trains that focused face?
I think he does. I can see him in the mirror maybe before the game. You know. Nicely handled by ACERS. What can they do with it? Not a lot.
A free ball gives ProVolley the opportunity to make a difference. Oh, great touch from ProVolley. Another.
Oh, beautiful bit of defense by ProVolley, but ACERS does have a free ball. What are they going to do? Oh, nothing. They're going to be blocked out.
Stankovic with that great block. Watching the ProVolley boys getting that scramble play. Jimmy Lee getting an amazing touch as it was going towards the benches. Very impressive. It's great to be seeing this side of ProVolley back again after that first set.
There's no wonder they put him on the serve for a middle. This is an impressive backcourt display.
A great ball. Aces out of system. And they come back with another block. Aces putting it ball over. ProVolley have a free ball. They run the middle and they get the point.
The middle is doing big things for ProVolley again.
What was once a 7-point lead is now an even game. ProVolley and Aces both on 22. Very impressive work by ProVolley to come back in this fourth set.
It definitely is, but it's not over. This is still only a tied game. Can't be getting too happy yet. Oh, a contentious call here. We've had one linesman call in, one linesman call out.
ProVolley shocked at that call.
That being said, ProVolley does not get this point. It's awarded to Aces. What are they going to do with this serve? It's a good one. Oh. A nice bit of setting, but that middle can't bring rewards forever. My commentators next to me are shaking their fists with anger. Dare I say a little bit of favor for ProVolley. A little bit of bias here, maybe.
I don't think it's bias. It's just passion for the game.
Passion for the game from a completely unbiased commentator, it sounds like. Aces get it up. What is essentially a free ball, but cannot convert it. That's an unforced error. And ProVolley gets a point.
Now ProVolley has the pressure to make this serve in.
Dr. Mladen Stankovic at the service line. There is no one else that I would much rather at that service line than him right now. He has the most experience on the team.
Cool, calm, and composed are words I'd use. As well as
We
attractive.
hear the drums. Great serve going over. Another overpass. Jose able to find the floor on that one. ProVolley evening the game up once again, 24-all. Like I said, there's no one else I'd want at that service line other than Dr. Mladen Stankovic right now.
Aces did not learn their lesson the first time. They've given them a second overpass. And it's put away by ProVolley cleanly. It's a good serve, handled nicely.
A middle run. ProVolley out of system.
Very
What's
out of
Garvin
system
doing?
here.
Garvin tips it out.
But as is Aces. Nice bit of defense from Aces. Oh! But ProVolley will take that point. 25-24.
That is not a mistake you want to be making.
It's
right
really not.
Here. An unforced error, a double call. Very disappointing for the Aces team.
You won't see a smile on the ProVolley boys' face, but they've got to be feeling good about this.
ProVolley with a free ball, making the most of it. Jose over the top. It looks like we're going to a 5-setter, baby.
Just like that. What an incredible comeback. Massive props to ProVolley.
I would like to say a massive thank you to Edward Licklappen, who has helped us today with commentating. Unfortunately, he now has to run off to his own game. Let's wish him the best of luck.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. It's a shame that I'm going to have to miss this. But all the best to both teams.
Thank
Completely
you.
impartial here.
Impa.
No bias.
No bias. It's okay. Even though Edward's gone, you have Jenny Yang and Emily Sirk still here to keep you updated on what's going on.
All right, that fourth set absolutely lighting the stadium up, ready for the fifth. Now we see both teams standing on the sideline, ready to be called on for this 5th and deciding set of the gold medal match. We have our captain, Maladin, back on service line to start us off with this 5th and deciding set. A good serve to the middle of the court. A free ball given to ProVolley. Can they convert this into a point? And they do indeed! Opposite on the ProVolley side, too hot to handle.
Another great serve by Stankovic. ACERS going outside. ProVolley with a little bit of miscommunication, putting a free ball over to the ACERS side. What are they going to do? That's what they're going to do with it. Running through the middle, breaking through the block, going into one. ProVolley unable to get that up. The score is currently 1-1. Great pass by Libero. Jaden Dean. ACERS putting a free ball over. ProVolley making the most of that, going behind. Stankovic really setting the pitch right now. Unable to set the middles with the passing.
ProVolley seems to be disagreeing with that call, but the first referee giving the point to ACERS.
Another great serve from the ACERS setup. ProVolley tooling ACERS and getting that point back. We see Garvin slowly heading to the service line. You can feel the tension between the two teams and the pressure. It's very overwhelming right now in the building. ACERS sending it outside with an incredible spike by number 18 going cross court. Very impressive. Let's see what ProVolley has to say about this. Great pass from ProVolley. Able to run the middle. Bit of an unconventional hit. ACERS out of system. Putting it over. And ProVolley sending it just out. An unforced error like that is a major killer in very tight and tough sets like this. You can see the frustrations on the boys' faces after that. Let's hope they're able to side out and break this serve. ProVolley unable to get a swing on any of that. ACERS able to get it over, and you see a bit of a waterfall. ACERS are only widening their lead now in this 5th set. The score currently 5-2. ProVolley sending it outside. The ACERS have a double block waiting. A great block there. ProVolley unable to do anything. We see a substitution being made on the ProVolley side. Hashmat Sardar in. Vishal Bik off. We see number 13 from ACERS here for yet another serve. He's been making a great change in this game. ACERS running another middle ball. Running the pin. Libero able to get a touch on that. ACERS not totally convinced. ACERS really taking this lead. We see a substitution reverse now. Number 13, Ryan Tsang, has been making a really big difference in this 5th set, being subbed on and serving, I believe, 4 times in a row. Just getting it in with a lot of pressure on the ProVolley boys. But ProVolley have something to say about that. We see Jackson Cousins through the middle, getting a great point going deep on the ACERS side. Cousins is now going up to the service line. Let's hope he follows up with a great serve. Apparently I spoke too soon. There's a substitution. Jackson Cousins off.
ProVolley really needing a service run here in order to switch sides in favor of ProVolley.
And that was a great deep serve. ACERS middle unable to hit the court, going just wide on the ProVolley side. Great lead by Stankovic.
Needed substitution coming in quite regularly on the ProVolley side, subbing the setter for the middle for a bit of extra defense in that one rotation.
ACERS out of system here, but making the most of it. ProVolley not putting a block up, and that's what got the best of them. ACERS being the first team to 8, so they will now switch sides. ProVolley trailing by 4. Let's hope they can make a difference here. It's not a great time to be playing catch up now.
Especially in this 5th and deciding set. It is best to 15 win by 2, so you really do not want to be behind, especially with a short set like this.
We see ACERS number 10 at the service line. He's been really crucial in the previous sets, going on a very long service run on multiple occasions. It seems to be a timeout called by ProVolley. If you were on the ProVolley team right now, how would you be feeling? What would you be thinking?
Well, I think they just really need a good service run right now, especially making mistakes on hitting, with ACERS not really scoring off of in-system points, really just the mistakes overpasses on the ProVolley side, and utilizing the middle, which has been scoring them a lot of points throughout the game.
They just need to go on and break this serve. Let's see if ProVolley are able to make a difference here coming out of that timeout. ACERS side looking very cheerful right now. ProVolley out of system, and no one there to cover that block. Dade's making a difference in the middle on the ACERS side. We've seen him all game. He's been putting up a very promising block and has been making a lot of points on that. ProVolley really need to change something up if they have any hopes in taking the lead in this set. And they did. We see Jose in the opposite, doing a great swing. He has such a high vertical that when the ACERS blockers are on their way down, that's his peak, and he's able to hit over the top. ProVolley supporters really ramping up the energy right now, trying to help the boys in shortening this lead that ACERS have.
holding back a bit of power off landing right in front of the libero.
ProVolley libero unable to get that ball. He fell just short of getting it. We see number 18 from ACERS at the service line. Great pass from the ProVolley libero and a great run through the middle. Strebeck getting that point. You can see on the ProVolley side, everyone is so laser focused right now. Their minds only set on shortening this lead and hopefully winning this 5th set. The ACERS side look a lot more relaxed. Great joust by Strebeck, putting it over. ACERS putting it over, kind of a free ball. A miscommunication from ProVolley boys. ACERS sending it into the net. Very fortunate for the ProVolley boys. It's very hard to watch the miscommunication for silly errors like 2 people trying to set the ball at the same time. These are the kind of errors that got us in this position in the first place. Boys really need to reel it back. Great serve from ProVolley. And we see a combination from ACERS, something we've been seeing all game. ProVolley still no answer for that. ACERS is currently 11, ProVolley 7. Number 19 at the service line. ProVolley unable to get a pass up on that. Overpassing it and ACERS tipping it straight down.
ProVolley really struggling to get that serve up in order to run an in-system ball. They're really looking for a good pass coming out of this timeout in order to have any hope of securing the gold medal in this set.
You can hear that the ProVolley fans have really quietened down since this unfortunate lead that ACERS has taken on them. It would be a great day to be an ACERS supporter today. ACERS have really come out after that first set and shown why they won in the round robin games. They've been playing very well as a team. So much class. ProVolley out of system. An overpass. Overpasses are the silent killers of volleyball.
You definitely do not want to see an overpass, especially on a free ball like that. That's a crucial mistake made by ProVolley, giving ACERS even more of the lead.
Tip from the middle. ACERS sending it behind, swinging into the net. Very unfortunate mistake. They're 2 points away from winning the 5th set. Right now we see a triple sub being made on the ProVolley side. ProVolley really changing up all their players right now.
And we see that Jimmy Lee went on a crucial serving run in the 4th set, securing them the set. Let's see if he can do it again this set.
We see Jackson Cousins back in and young player Gus on the outside. Cousins going up with the setter far too early. ACERS middle having no block and tipping it just over. ACERS currently on match point, 14-8. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it would be really hard for ProVolley to come back from this. And a tip from Millard and ACERS where they're waiting. A swing, grabbing the top of the block. Another tip from Millard and an overpass. Very scrappy play there at the net.
The captain just desperately trying to score this point.
ProVolley winning the point. We now see Mladen back at that service line. This feels like a repeat of last set. Once again, nobody else I would rather at that service line than Dr. Mladen Stankovic right now. The great serve. Combination run on ACERS. Scrappy play right now. Let's see if ProVolley are able to do something about this. And they are. ProVolley get the point. There was a net touch on the outside from ACERS. Score is now 10-14. Stankovic back at that service line. Another great serve, almost an ace. A free ball over to the ProVolley side. Trying to make the most out of this. ACERS tipping into the antenna. Once again, you do not want to tip into the antenna. That is out of bounds. ProVolley take the point. We see a timeout being called right now for ACERS. What would you be doing if you were Mladen and you were serving right now? When the score is 14-11, you are down, the other team is on match point.
Well, I'd say with the amount of experience that Mladen has had in past years, I'm sure these high-pressure situations are not it's not the first time that he's seen this kind of situations. Like he needs to focus on getting the serve into a good spot, tactical serve, getting the aces out of system so that the ball doesn't return with taxes.
We hear the ProVolley fans really ramping up the energy again. ACERS with a great pass, running through the middle. And ACERS win the game off of a net touch from ProVolley. A bit of a frustrating way to lose, but both teams put up an amazing fight today. Unfortunately for ProVolley, it was ACERS day. It's a great day to be an ACERS fan. They played well throughout the game, coming back after that first set, winning the next two, almost winning the fourth set, and then securing and closing that fifth set. It has been a great season for both teams. Thank you guys for watching and tuning in.
this, and then you can have a look at it on the big monitor.